Hello guys, I'm Jack and Wasp, and I decided to do this little video kind of going over what we have seen so far at E3, because it's actually been a little bit of a crazy E3 this year. There's all the leaks, different announcements, and other things that they had going on. But I kind of want to go back to all the way to the Stadia conference, because I know there were some things that I had missed during it, and going from like little announcements they had from there, and the 2 days leading up to today. So first I did want to go over about Baldur's Gate. They did announce a Baldur's Gate 3 on the Stadia conference. That was actually interesting. I know a lot of PC players who have been asking for that, waiting. A lot of people have been waiting for that to come out, and definitely enjoyed Baldur's Gate 2, back when they had played it and whatnot. But I personally haven't actually played them before, so I don't really know. They did announce the 3 coming out, and it is being made by Larian Studios, the people who made Divinity, Original Sin 1 and 2. So that's definitely something that I know a lot of people will be looking forward to on the PC side. But for me in general, when I saw that announcement, I was like, it's pretty cool, but at the same time, I haven't really played 1 and 2, so there's that, I suppose. But that kind of leads into my next thing is, not long after that, Nintendo actually announced that they are having Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 and Neverwinter and some of the other older kind of classic RPGs. They're actually being released on the Switch. I saw that, I was like, okay, that's actually pretty cool. And it's like pretty much perfect timing there on their part. But I saw that and I was like, yeah, actually now I get to play it. Now I get to actually play those and see, possibly see how they are and see how much fun, if they're any games that maybe, if they're for me, how much fun I can get out of them, and if I would enjoy them and whatnot. But they definitely look interesting for them there. Next thing I wanted to talk about was the actual pricing for the Stadia. They did announce some pricings and what they're going to do for the models and kind of how it's a little bit of how it's going to work. But pricing mainly is going to be, it's $9.99 a month, and that's for the Stadia Pro. Actually, let me rephrase that. It's for the Stadia Pro, and for that you'll get free games a month and certain discounts and whatnot as well. Seems like it's about like Microsoft and PlayStation, and how they're doing their subscriptions for those. It does have a base model, a base free version of it, but that's not going to be coming until next year. They do have a starter pack, which that would actually give you, if I'm not mistaken, it gives you 3 months of the Stadia Pro. It gives you a buddy pass, so you can give another player or another person 3 months for the Stadia Pro as well. It also comes with a Chromecast Ultra device and a controller, one of their actual Stadia controllers that they have for playing the games that on there, of course. So that's interesting. I don't really know how I feel about that too, how I feel about the Stadia just yet. I mean, I have played like something like on a PlayStation Now, and I have streamed like way back when it first launched. I did play Lost Planet 2 on there, and I actually played anything else on the PlayStation Now since. But I remember I didn't really have too much input lag or too much lag there, but there's still some little bit unknowns and whatnot on how well it's going to work, how well it's going to be kind of put together. But I mean, it's Google; they have all these resources and whatnot, so maybe they can kind of. Maybe it does run smoothly, but we don't really know until we actually really get our hands on it and see how it's going to go from there. They did also announce that it's going to include Destiny 2 as well, and leading into that, Destiny 2 actually Bungie had their own announcement for Destiny 2, and it's actually going to free to play. That's pretty cool to me, because I played Destiny 2 way back when it first came out. When I played it, it was enjoyable. If nothing else, Bungie knows how to make just the actual shooting and gameplay mechanics. They know how to make a game as far as that part of it goes. But I did just kind of fall off of playing it a little bit, and there were like some other little problems that kind of cropped up and other things that other people had. But ever since they're split with Activision, they've been trying to build back that, I guess, player relations and try to build the game back up a little bit. So they're announcing that it's going to be free to play. And then the first 2 expansions are going to be included with that. And so they're going to have those 2. But you have like the Forsaken and all the other like kind of little passes they had to go with it. They're actually bundling those into a $40 bundle that you can get for it as well. they also announced the Shadowkeep expansion, which is another separate expansion from the actual bundle, but it's still pretty cool. They were kind of doing something like that, going to free to play, and then the other expansions that aren't actually included, other little things that aren't really included in that free to play version of it, they're making it a little bit cheaper into a $40 bundle. Yeah, so it's interesting to see how they're moving forward with those, and how far they're going, and that to kind of really build back up reputation and everything with the game. And so we'll see how it goes. It was fun. I may end up having to re-download it and check it out again because I haven't played it. I definitely did not play the other 2 expansions. I kind of stopped playing since then, but I might pick it back up and see how far they've come. And I know there's a lot to do now after they've added those expansions, and then if I ever get the Forsaken, all that bundle and whatnot with it there. So next thing I do want to warn people is I'm going to go through the leaks that they've had, the E3 leaks that they've been over the last 2 or 3 days as well. So if you don't want to see any leaks, if you don't want to hear anything about the leaks, then you can go ahead and just stop the video here. Just a bit of a warning. So not too long ago, they had a big leak from Bandai Namco where they actually leaked about 2 or 3 things, but sort of like three major things that they had coming up, and we're going to assume that they're possibly going to do the Microsoft conference. I don't really know just yet. That's a major assumption, but yeah, you never know. Anyways, the first one was being one called Elder Rings, and that is the rumored game that was being made by a collaboration between the creator of Game of Thrones and From Software. It's been rumored that they've been kind of working together, and even the person from Game of Thrones even confirmed that he was working with a Japanese developer on a game and whatnot. So it's a lot of been speculation in that, and it seems to be confirmed that it is a game called Elder Rings. And I don't have too much of a problem with it if it's similar to Dark Souls. I don't have a problem with it if it's not similar to Dark Souls, but if it ends up being similar to any other kind of Souls game, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, or even like something similar to Sekiro, I don't have too much of a problem with something like that, because if nothing else, From Software have definitely shown that they can change up even their own formula. Like, you had Dark Souls, and you have all these other games coming out, as had that same similar style of game and whatnot, and then from doing their own thing with Bloodborne and then Sekiro as well, and they have definitely shown that they really know how to have a similar difficulty and have that same kind of formula, but still change it up, make it something different, make it something with make it different with each game. And I definitely have faith in them. It's even if it does follow that same sort of difficulty curve and whatnot, that they're still going to put some kind of their own spin on it, their own spin on their own formula, of course. So that's definitely something I am looking forward to, and something I want to see and play as well. The next one is a new Tales game called Tales of Arise. They haven't really had much detail on that one as much. It does look, they did have some little screenshots. It looked interesting. I'm not really going to put those up there just in case. I don't want it to be kind of get in trouble for something like that, because it is a leak. But they did announce that as well, and then they did announce a Ni no Kuni remaster of the first one, The Wrath of the White Witch. That's actually pretty cool for me. And it's been announced, it seems like it's coming to, or not, it's been leaked, and it seems like it's coming to the Xbox One as well, and the PS4. I find that be pretty interesting, considering the original was a PlayStation 3 exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. So it's definitely interesting to see that remaster listed there, and it's something I kind of want to play, because it's one that I did miss back when it first came out. It was something that did look interesting to me. I just never got around to playing it, or how it works, things like that, whatnot. But just basically a lot of other games and so that in general. But I'm definitely looking forward to going back and trying to check it out and seeing if it's any good when it comes, or if it comes out at some point. And that's pretty much it for all the leaks that or just the major kind of leaks that happened with Bandai Namco and whatnot. There's one that did just see not too long ago, and that was about the Cyberpunk 2077 and its standard edition, and some of the goodies that might be coming with it. It seems interesting. That maybe like a postcard, a map, and some of like little stickers and other little goodies there. So that seems like it might be kind of nice as well. But the last little bit I'm going to talk about is just the EA conference. I'm not going to spend too much long on it because I didn't really watch, or I watched just about the entire thing, but there are only 2 ones I was really somewhat interested in. Technically only one, but the other one I was kind of okay about, was Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which I did publish a video earlier on that one. That's one I'm looking forward to. That one looks interesting. I know I did mention something about the graphics and whatnot, but the graphics aren't too bad. It looks just pretty much fine. Just I wish there were a little bit more detail to some of the characters and that whatnot. But in general, it'll look pretty cool. The game looks fun. It does look like it may need a little bit more polish on some of the gameplay side, but they definitely have some time to iron some things out there. But other than that, they did announce some things for Battlefield 5. They're raising the player cap from 50 to 500, I believe. And then they teased some. They showed off 2 maps, and also talked about the other. I think it was chapter 5 and the kind of the campaign there, but that's about it. Really, I wasn't really that interested in FIFA and Madden and the other games they had after that. Apex Legends, I mean, I'm not a big Battle Royale person, so that's why I didn't really tune into that one too much. But that's about it. I was a little bit disappointed because they didn't have anything as far as surprise announcements or anything. They just kind of mainly stuck to that little list that they had there. It just kind of seemed like they just kind of played it safe this year, things that they know people will possibly be looking forward to and whatnot. But that's about it. That is what it is. So that's all I have for today, and I hope everybody will stay with me here. And I do plan on covering a little bit more of the Microsoft conference and seeing what they can do, or what they kind of show. I am definitely looking forward to that, and possibly the Bethesda one. See what they may come up with. You may see some. I'm expecting to see possibly Doom Eternal there. Might be pretty fun to watch and see, but that's pretty much going to be it. If you do enjoy this video, hit the like button. Make sure to see if you enjoy any of my other content that I do. Hit the subscribe, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. Have a blessed evening and have a blessed day. Bye.